Hi Australia, planet Australia. Well, I have got a little him-ha niggle. And I suppose everybody in the nation would have this him-ha niggle and concern, worry, physically and mentally fatigued. To ask the government, what in the hell are you up to with this fine that you've introduced to the nation, a penalty if people do not report their tests? They will be fined $1,000. Who in the government thought of this idea? Because it's ridiculous, it's ludicrous. I only heard words to such as to say, we can't do this alone. And that come out of the Prime Minister's mouth on the news. We can't do this alone. The government can't do this alone. No, you need the people. But how are you going to get the people on board with threats and penalties and fines? People aren't going to get on board because they're terrified of one thing to another that happens in society. Now it's the threat of this penalty. Whoever in the government thought of this idea, it's ludicrous. The whole nation is tired, physically and mentally. And as you can see, our doctors and nurses and everybody are physically and most of all psychologically tired. Oz is losing the spirit to fight. And that is not right, government. So if you have a heart and you want people to get on board with boosters and vaccinations and reporting their tests, take this penalty, this fine away. Remove it. You'll get more done with no threats, no penalties. But while they stand, people will go against that because they're being threatened once again. Now Oz is trying to do their best. The government says they're trying to do their best, but they can't do it alone. Well, remove this penalty, government. It's heartless, it's senseless, it goes nowhere. Whose idea in the government was it? Can we ask? We're not allowed. So remove this penalty, remove this fine for the people of Australia. The nation needs this penalty, this fine removed. Considering there's other places in Australia that are opening their borders that do not need, if you are vaccinated, to have any proof at all. And if you aren't vaccinated, then you have to do an isolation time. Well, people that are sick with this Omicron are doing their isolation time, believe you me, and very sick time at that. So where their strengths are, they're trying to keep their head above water because times are getting hard. People are sick, people can't work, their livelihoods are at stake. Their lives are at stake. Their families are at stake. So please, government, have a heart and remove this fine. It's senseless. There's no reason for it. You get more out of the nation by removing this threat because it's senseless. So please, whoever idea in the government was this, think about it, remove it. Because you get more out of the nation by removing this fine, this penalty. It's ridiculous. But that's my him-ha niggle, people. I just thought my mind was boggling with everything that's going on. Australia is in total shock, apart from total fatigue, and it's now wearing on the nation. Our spirits are dimming. And I only put out my you know, logo for the year, the fighting boxing kangaroo. That's what we stand for. We're fighters, we're battlers. We get up on our 2 feet and we battle whatever in our path. So they're the true, you know, words of an Australian. We're battlers. We stand here, we fight. We get through it. We unite, we fight. Well, government, help us unite and fight. Remove this penalty. Remove this fine. People don't need it. The nation does not need it. It's senseless. So, until next time, please, I won't say like, subscribe and comment because it's not for that. I just thought I'd put this out for the nation. So, and if people agree, leave a comment because it's not right. We need this penalty. We need this removed for the nation, Australia nation. The people of Australia need this penalty, this fine removed. It's ludicrous. It's madness. Anyway, see y'all in Australia from Planet Australia. Take care, look after yourself, and remember, masks, they go hand in hand with our remodified freedoms. They do. And your sanitizers, I use this at the moment, it's pretty good. So remember them too. Very, very important for our hygiene protection. Remember your boosters, remember your vaccinations. The government, remove this fine. It's ludicrous. People of Australia do not need to be threatened by this. Remove it before it's too late. Because physically, but most of all mentally, the people of Australia are now dimming. And their spirit is not there. But if you would like to drop a comment, if you agree with me, please do so. Bye from Planet Australia. See y'all. Oh. See y'all.